Hello, hello, hello.
Good evening, sir.
Mm, Are you able to see my PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Today we'll start about the aggregates. We'll start our class about the aggregates. Okay. Now, okay. Hello, hello,
Yes, sir.
hello. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay. We are discussing about the aggregates. So, before starting aggregates, generally we have we use these two types of aggregates. I will downloaded these photographs. This you can see this aggregate. You can see
Yes, sir.
this is called coarse aggregate. This is called coarse aggregate. The size of this aggregate is 20 millimeters. The size of this aggregate is, that means if you take one stone and measure it, it will be 20 millimeters. The size of this aggregate will be 20 millimeters. Now, please remember, they are not like our bricks, or they are not like our anything manufactured. They do not have the same, all the aggregates do not have same shape, same size, same things. Okay, because they come from the crusher. Very big stones are crushed and they will come in this size. So this is the coarse aggregate. So in our concrete, the basic most important: cement, water, coarse aggregate. Coarse aggregate. What is the effort of, what is the effect of coarse aggregate? What is its purpose? We will see. But this is what we call coarse aggregate. Then we have, this is the river sand. If you have seen pure river sand, if river sand which is mined from the river, it is this is called the river sand. This is called the river sand. Then cubic. This is the manufactured sand. Nowadays, the coarse aggregate which I have shown, that is the basic. The basis for that is granite. The coarse aggregate which I have shown, the basis for each is granite. So the same granite, the same rock, the same stone, if is crushed to the size very fine like the sand, this is the called manufactured sand. The stone, granite stone crushed to that size is called the manufactured sand. Okay. So nowadays, because river sand is not available, mining is a very big problem. It is causing a lot of damage to the environment. So they are using manufactured sand. Manufactured sand is crushed stone, stone crushed to powder. Size of the sand is called manufactured sand. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So let us come back to my PPT. You are able to see the PPT?
Yes, sir.
Now aggregates. So all these are aggregates. Coarse aggregate, fine aggregates. All these are aggregates only. Okay. At least three quarters of the volume of the concrete is occupied by aggregate. Very important. At least three quarters of the volume of concrete. Three quarters of the total volume of concrete, three quarters is occupied by aggregate. Aggregate limits the strength of the concrete. Very important. The strength to the concrete is because of the aggregate. The concrete strength, the contribution to the strength is because of the aggregates. The remaining thing is only sand and cement paste. But aggregate is the strength, the main uh, ingredient which is contributing to the strength of the concrete is the coarse aggregate, the aggregate. And also the properties of aggregate greatly affect the durability and structural performance of the concrete. So, what are the properties? Whatever it is there, all the properties of a aggregate have great effect on the what we call the concrete properties. The effect, all the properties of aggregates influence the properties of concrete. That is meaning of that. Aggregate was originally viewed as inert material. Now, please focus, very important. Aggregate was viewed as inert material. Inert means, what is inert material, please, anybody?
They do not
Inert
participate
material.
in not react to acid.
Yes,
Non-reactive.
very good. Unreactive, it is not reacting, it is inert, it is not reacting in the hydration process. Earlier, they assumed that coarse aggregate was inert material, like fine aggregate, that is sand. Sand and stone, crushed stone, is sand and the coarse stone, what we call coarse aggregate. They were found to be, they thought it to be an inert material, but later they found that, I discussed, if you remember, when we discussed the compounds of the cement, alkalis are present. So these alkalis, they react with some types of aggregates. Some aggregates which are available in naturally, they react with these aggregates, and chemical reaction is going to take place, which is going to affect the properties of concrete. So we have to be very careful while choosing the aggregates, because it is now known fact that the aggregate, coarse aggregate, is not inert, it is going to react. It is not truly inert, and its physical, thermal, and chemical properties influence the performance of concrete. Very important, please focus. Physical properties, thermal properties. Thermal properties are also very important, and chemical properties are also going to influence the concrete. Hello? ఏమో తెలియదు ఎందుకు. అరే వాడిని ఫోన్ చేస్తాం ఆగు మరి. ఇప్పుడు నాని లాస్ట్ మంత్ 500 ఇచ్చిండు. జస్ట్ హోల్డ్ ఆన్, గివ్ మీ అ సెకండ్. ఓకే. హలో.
Okay.
అలా ప్లీజ్
Yes,
హోల్డ్
sir.
ఆన్, జస్ట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ అ కాల్, ఐ విల్ అటెండ్ అండ్ కమ్ బ్యాక్. Hello?
Sir.
Yeah, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is what. So we are interested in the physical, thermal, and chemical properties of the aggregates. Now, very important, aggregate is cheaper than cement. The cost is very less, but it is not only the reason to use it. See, we are trying to make the mass of concrete. We are trying to see if you are making a cube, then we are trying to fill that cube. So aggregate forms three very higher volume. Now, aggregate is not only for just filling it out, but it is the strength. The strength of the concrete is mainly because of aggregate. Higher volume stability, better durability. Now, one important thing you have to everybody has to remember is when cement paste, when it is fresh and when it starts hardening, it tries to shrink. The cement paste will try to shrink, but this aggregate will give that stability, volume stability. It will try to prevent that shrinkage. Certain volume of concrete, certain stability to the volume is given only because of the aggregate. And better durability than hydrated cement paste. Better durability. Durability is a very important term. Life. The life of the concrete is because of the type of the aggregate. Now, how do we classify aggregates? Very important. Now, everybody, you already studied geology. Aggregate is classified based on their geological origin, size, shape, unit weight. Geological origin. What is the origin of aggregate? Size. What is the size, shape, unit weight? What is the weight is also very important. Now, let us come to the classification based on geological origin. Please write somewhere. I will share the PPT also. Don't worry about that also. But still, scribble something. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sir.
Narayana.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.